Hey guys, Brian delivered you the goods here, returning to you pretty late tonight for this next review for A Quiet Place Day 1, the 2024 film that I got a chance to watch with Lupita Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn and Alex Wolff's in this film too, and basically Jamon Hansel, the guy from the movies Push, The Quiet Place Part 2, and many other films like that we've known from him. Like you have Guardians of the Galaxy and quite a bit more films that I've really enjoyed him in, like Blood Diamond. But I'm going to discuss what I watched for this hour and 39-minute movie and let you know my thoughts on this film overall. So let's dive into this movie review. Now, basically, with what I watched with the story, this was a little rushed in a way, and it's going to bring the rating down a little, but not to the extent where I hated this film. I actually enjoyed this film. I know a lot of critics are saying it's kind of average of a film. I would kind of agree to an extent with that argument, but I would say this is probably a pretty good film. The story behind it just introduces Sam, which is Lupita Nyong'o's character, and she's basically having a health issue where she's in the midst of dying. She's on the verge of death. So basically, she wants to enjoy the little things with the time she has left on planet Earth. And what happens is these creatures from outer space come down, touch down on Earth, and start rampaging and killing people that make too much noise. So these things are like hate noise, and when they hear a noise, they get distracted by it and have to go and kill the thing or whatever. So if you watch Quiet Place and Quiet Place Part 2, then you'll probably enjoy this film. Like for me, for instance, I enjoyed this film. This is a pretty good movie, not one of the best of 2024, but it is pretty good in my opinion. I think with her performance, it was outstanding. Joseph Quinn playing as Eric in this film, he was mostly going through shock because of what was going on in the world in New York City, and basically these creatures were kind of taking over New York and all that. So pretty much it was overrun by these creatures, and they're if you remain quiet, then they won't hear you and they won't come and get you. I was worried about the cat Frodo. I don't know why she named him Frodo, like Frodo Baggins or whatever, but still, aside from that, the cat Frodo lasted through the whole movie. I was getting concerned because I'm like, that cat better not meow, because those things will go and basically kill the cat, unfortunately. But surprisingly enough, for this film, I was enjoying it. And like I said, if you've seen Quiet Place Part 2 and enjoyed those films, you will come to find some enjoyment out of this film. And if I were to give this movie its deserved score, I'm going to give it a strong 8.5 out of 10. It's a pretty good film. I personally enjoyed it. Yes, it was short for the runtime, but it explained how it all started, where these creatures came from, and it came from outer space, and then basically the story goes on as it explains it. But overall, it is a strong film in its own way, but there are a few critiques I have with the film as I watched through it. So 8.5 out of 10 for A Quiet Place Day 1. I did enjoy this film. One of the best films of this year. One of them. Not the best film of the year, but it is pretty good for what it offered for this almost hour and 40 minutes of a runtime. Yes, it was very short, and I can understand some complaints people have with this film because of its short runtime. But it does go into explanation on what it was depicting about. So yes, it was a little rushed, but I still enjoyed it. So with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this movie review tonight, and thanks for watching.